We have Anthony Smith versus Khalil Rountree Jr. Anthony Smith, the Lionheart. On paper, Anthony Smith, 37 and 18. That's a lot of fights. He is 3-2 in his last five, coming off that split decision victory against Ryan Spann, potential robbery for some circles. He's fighting against Khalil Rountree Jr., 12-5. He is 4-1 in his last five, coming off of that convincing KO victory against Chris Dawkins. Um, Khalil would actually be the younger fighter here. They're both somewhat more on the higher ages. I think Khalil's 33, Anthony's 35. Uh, Anthony will be the taller fighter by 3 inches, and they both have about the same reach. Odds for this fight right now: Khalil Rountree Jr. And this I saw this on a lot of kind of feeds, if you will. He opened up at a plus 210, uh, Khalil Rountree, and was instantly bet to a minus 260. And now he has been bet to a minus 230. So opened up at a 2-1 dog and then instantly bet to a 2-1 favorite. So that's a pretty violent line movement there. I think that Anthony Smith will be coming in on short notice here. Khalil Rountree was going to fight against Azamat last week, but Azamat had to pull out because of some kind of medical injury. So Anthony Smith will be stepping in on short notice here. Gerard, I'll let you share your thoughts on the co-main event here. What do you think about Rountree versus Smith?
That's a wide line movement. I didn't expect Khalil to open as a plus 200.
Plus 210, yeah.
Wow, that plus 210. Okay.
And a lot of people bet.
So on short notice, yeah. So short notice. So either the bookies are see this as a mismatch for Anthony Smith to win this in the grappling and get a sub, or they're trying to do some psychological bookmaking here. But yeah, personally for me, the way I see this, no, I think Anthony Smith is very game here. He has so much experience in this game. Um, Now Khalil Rountree, this is going to be interesting because we haven't seen Khalil Rountree get grappled too much lately, and Anthony Smith should be trying to get Khalil Rountree on the ground and then working his submissions. Now, this is short notice for Anthony Smith, and he is a commentator now and not a full-time fighter, I would say. And Khalil Rountree, I think he said it was just this year where he started to be a full-time fighter, training and training to be a contender to for a title shot. And I think Anthony Smith, I think those days are gone for him now where he's trying to fight for a title. And I think for Khalil Rountree, those dreams are very real. He's not he's not working as a commentator on the side or anything. He's a full-time fighter here. And he has title aspirations and he's taking this serious. So uh, for me, I'm picking Khalil Rountree, and I'm not sure if it's going to be by a finish or by knockout against an Anthony Smith. Anthony Smith showed that he can he can withstand a Superman and come out on top in his last fight. And I picked Anthony Smith, but watching it, I was like, wow, he's going to lose.
Yeah,
But
right.
I ended up cashing on that fight. Um, yeah, this one I got Khalil Rountree, medium to high confidence, but Anthony Smith is still game even now.
Yeah, I think this is just going to be a pretty volatile fight. Smith, he has decent stand-up skills. Mainly a boxer. He also has good jiu-jitsu skills. I don't think he's that much of a threat to get the fight to the ground, though. He's more of an opportunistic grappler. He has a 28% takedown, I believe, accuracy. So not the greatest accuracy there. And he only lands like half a takedown every fight. So he does have toughness. I mean, there's a reason why he's nicknamed Lionheart. He has a lot of heart. He doesn't really give up, even if he's taking a beating. I think that few of his kind of TKO wins were like doctor stoppages, where he kind of either like hurt himself or broke something, but like he hasn't really been knocked out too much, like just like knocked out. Um, Smith does seem to be more focused on the desk job for the UFC. You know, he's analyzing a lot of fights, doing a lot of commentating. Taking on Khalil Rountree on short notice just seems it does seem a little odd. You know, I think that that's I don't know if that's the best career move because he's coming off of a even though it might have been a potential robbery, he is coming off a win against Ryan Spann. So, you know, maybe he should take his time a little bit more to kind of chart in a full camp for a fighter that he knows he can take. But maybe he sees it, right? Maybe he sees some kind of holes in Khalil Rountree's game that he can kind of use to his advantage. Roundtree is a classic all hammer, no nail kind of fighter. I think that he is able to KO anyone he is facing as long as he is dictating the pace and the style of the fight. When he is not dictating that style, he can get KO'd himself. For example, his loss against Johnny Walker. I think Johnny Walker just clinched him up and then elbowed this guy and KO'd him like pretty easily. So as long as Roundtree is coming forward and bullying people with his power Muay Thai shots, devastating body kicks, when his opponents are hurt on the ground. I mean, this guy's vicious, but he's more of a bully, and he does not like to get bullied himself. He also has zero takedowns in all 14 UFC fights, so this guy doesn't even try to get take to the ground. He has okay takedown defense at 56%, but that's not really that good in my opinion. I've been going back and forth with this one. I think there's just way too many variables in play for me to pick either side and come out with a profit, in my opinion. So the pick here is going to be Khalil by TKO, but I'll most likely stay away from this just because I think there's just too many red flags as far as like line movement, short notice. I think there's too many things going on here for me to be able to make a good decision on this fight. So pick is going to be Khalil, but I'm probably going to stay away from this and not include this in any parlays or plays that I have personally.